Ain't no doubt what we're gonna do. Rap a song that's all up to you. So grab your bike and put on a kit. Find some gravel and get dirty quite a bit. Now I ain't saying it's gonna be alright, but we'll keep on pedaling even into the night. And when we're done, we'll stop and have a beer and get some rest so we can get right back out there.
Good morning, Cycle Steve here on May 24th. 1 week until the Unbound 100. We're here in Douglas, Kansas on a rainy day. If you point that up there, we're kind of waiting for that cell to move by before we start riding. We're going to do a pavement ride today because the gravel is going to be, you know, it may be more unboundish, but we don't want to ruin our bikes today for no good reason. So we're going to do a 70-ish mile pavement ride, but there's going to be climb, about 3,000 foot. So join us today on Cycle Steve's update to the Unbound 7 days from now. Woohoo! Well, we're on our ride now. We've left Douglas, Kansas. We're heading east toward Haverhill Road. We'll turn south on Haverhill and go to 32nd, where we'll turn east again, go to Atlanta, Kansas, where we'll then turn south, heading to Highway 160, which will take into Burden, Kansas, which will be our water stop for the day. Then we will continue east to Cambridge, and out of Cambridge we'll head back out toward the north to a little town called Lathan. From Lathan we'll head back to Douglas on the same road, and we'll have a tailwind all that way. So enjoy the day with us. This area we're out in today is a pretty horsey area. We're really going by several ranches, for lack of a better term, with horses. Very well cared for, it looks like. A lot of crossroads on this street here, or this road, have cool names. That was Boyer, Hopkins Switch, Shumway, Purity Springs. Really cool names. Don't know what that used to be. So this is the junction of Haverhill Road. This is Smileyburg, and that used to be a gas station convenience store. So we're going to turn right here and head south for a while here at the junction of Haverhill and 210. They will go down to 32nd and head east again. Smileyburg, big metropolis in Kansas. We have all the fine cities. Like much of Kansas, this area out here is just really pretty, especially this time of year. If you look around, it's just gorgeous. By the way, there's an Islamic cemetery. You know, they have very specific laws on how they bury their loved ones after they pass. That's an Islamic cemetery out here in the countryside. Kind of interesting. So Kansas is a wheat producing state, and it's always been, you know, on and off years for wheat. This year I'm a little surprised because we've had drought conditions, but the wheat, at least we've been riding by, looks pretty good. Heads look pretty robust. Of course, what do I know? I never farmed wheat in my life. But anyway, yeah, there's a big wheat field right there. They'll be harvesting in June at some time. So that's a whole interesting process. From the farmer to your table, bread and all the good stuff that wheat produces. So we just turned east on the 32nd on our way to Atlanta, back into the wind, as you can probably tell. Got some hills up ahead of us too. Cool old house back there.
Shining off your bike. We're talking about how you got.
Wonder what happened to that house. Not much left of it. We're almost to Atlanta.
not Georgia, but Kansas. That water tower up there is Atlanta. If we get to the crossroads, we'll be turning south again for a while, going to 160 on the way to Burden. Here's a big field of what I believe to be corn. Corn is also a very popular crop in Kansas. So that's big. That is a huge, huge field. Almost to Atlanta. Here's Atlanta. And that stop sign is where we're going to turn. Old farm equipment. There's some more. The guy collects a lot of old farm equipment. On our way to Highway 160 in Burden. About 8 miles down this way. Nice flag out here in the middle of nowhere. Very, very pretty. Stampede! I wonder what they think's going on. Okay, so we finished that 9 mile stretch. Now we're on Highway 160, heading into Burden. After Burden, we'll have about a 6-7 mile stretch into the Wynn, the Cambridge. Then we're done with the headwind stuff after that. We're at mile 27. Burden, Kansas. A lovely little town here in south central Kansas. Here's the main street, downtown. School there at the end of Main. This is where we're going to take a rest stop and get some extra water. Then we'll be on our way to Cambridge. 4 very windy miles to Cambridge. But we're just about done with all the headwind. Just got to fight a little crosswind for a while. Well, for about 18 miles. Then it'll be all tailwind. Cambridge, Kansas. So now we're climbing out of Cambridge, and our next stop will be a site of interest. I'll have it as a surprise for you. So this is where a cool old log cabin is at, and it's original. It wasn't moved here. Somebody actually built it here and lived here. And you see they got a whatever they call them, cool houses, cellars, sort of, you know, where it helped keep things cool. They might even have some water that ran through there. And the outhouse is over there. But yeah, this is an original log cabin right here on the road to Cambridge. Pretty cool. And if you think Kansas is no woods, this is smack in the middle of the woods. So I guarantee if you went back there to look at the outhouse, you'd come out with a bunch of ticks. So, coolness in Kansas. Not sure which river this is, but sure is a pretty one. It's just a little ways up from the log cabin. So, it's probably changed its course since then a little bit, but I'm sure this is where he got his water and who knows what else, fished. On to Latham. So we're getting into the southern part of the Flint Hills. See all that rock down there? At any rate, yeah, a lot of hills now. So we have a lot of climb, a lot of big rollers. We still got about 1,400 foot of climb left in the last 30 or so miles we're going to do today. So that'll be fun. So we're almost to Latham. We got a little downhill here that goes right into town. It's pretty steep, about 7-8%. We're gonna go down it pretty fast. Here it comes. So here we are in Latham, Kansas, home of stuff. I don't know, we come through here a lot because these roads are so good. There is a saloon here, which I think is a going concern. They have specials too, I think, with calf fries that they do outdoors here. Anyway, the Latham Saloon, there's the Latham Lodge, and the community center. And we're going to take a break here in this little parky area. Well, we took a break in Latham. And now we are going to have tailwind pretty much all the way back, which is nice, but we still got close to 1,000 foot of climb. So, still work to do, but it'll be a little bit easier. We're in an area here, coming out of Latham, where there's a lot of old stone fencing. Now these guys came out and did their fields. They dug up all this rock. They thought the best thing to do with them was make a fence out of them. So that's what they did. So going downwind on a pretty slightly declined road, man, we are flying, doing between 22 and 25. So this is fun. There's a cool little place where this road cuts through the rock and created kind of like a little bluff. I tried to get a video of it on the way out, but I was kind of already past it before I had the chance. It's just kind of cool, I think. Okay, so I'm all done. So if you are wondering why my Jeep is the only vehicle here, because I opted to go out and do 10 more miles so I could get an even 80. So I got 80 miles. Climb was 2,945 foot. Pretty good, 14.4 average speed. So really happy about today's effort. So don't know if this is enough training. I'm going to take the next 2 days off, do stretching, do a medium ride Tuesday, then I'll probably take Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. So my legs will be totally, completely recovered and rested for the Unbound. So the next time you see me on YouTube, it'll be because I've completed, hopefully, the Unbound 100, which is 108 miles and 3,600 foot of climb. So see you next time. Thanks for watching.
We thank you for watching by singing you this song. We'll try and make some more for you and not to take real long. So check back every now and then to see if something's new. And leave a comment if you want, 'cause we'd like to hear from you.